Well, thank you for that amazing introduction, Miraculous Girl, and thank you everyone for joining us again here on Exploring It All. So today we have Apocabox Plus. Now, I've already gone through this box because I filmed a video already outside in the 113 degree heat that we're getting for the next week. Kind of reviewed the tent, did all kinds of testing with some of this stuff, and so that's why some of the stuff you'll see is kind of dirty or whatever. And unfortunately, the memory file on my SD card said corrupted, and I couldn't load anything into it when I went to edit the video tonight. So I'm refilming this. This is the June Apocabox. Here's our little briefing card. This video will be a little shorter so you guys can enjoy that. First item up is the laser etched Fishtail Stubby. That is this. It is a Mora style knife, and it has a laser etched blade. I don't know if, not Mora, I'm sorry, an Opinel style knife with a laser etched blade. And I don't know if Opinels actually come with Damascus steel. I don't know if there's a Damascus steel Opinel or not, but this one obviously is not. When I tested this outside, and I haven't done anything with it since, but when I did test this outside, it was not very sharp. I believe it did somewhat slice the paracord. Not very well though. Try to remember if I could even barely do that pull through. It was not sharp. It needs some work. The blade does lock here with the little collar. That wiggled, I didn't have it locked. Let's try it one more time since I didn't have it locked. But it is not very sharp. I mean, it rips paper. I wouldn't necessarily call it cutting paper. And I did carve on some wood with it a little bit, and it didn't do too well on that either. So that is the laser etched Fishtail Stubby. Leave that right there. Next up, Multifunctional Camp Trowel, and that is this. Now this came, it didn't have a description of all of the things on here, but I kind of could tell what they were. It does have, this looks like it might be 550 cord, and this is also part of the Survival Skills Challenge to do a quick release paracord wrap on this handle on top of the other paracord that's already there. And so this little hank of, I think it was 10 feet or so of paracord did come with this. I did, for this video, I'm not going to demonstrate how you do this wrap, but one thing I thought was really cool on this particular wrap, and you're supposed to cut this little tag end off, and this is the Survival Skills Challenge here, and you are going to cut this end and tie it off, and I haven't done that yet because I'm going to do it again, maybe tighter. But you could do this on any number of things. You could do this on walking sticks or any knife handles or whatever you wanted to do. But this is really cool. So if you, after you've done this, if you pull this out right there, and then you pull this all the way through, it releases all of the paracord immediately. And I thought that was really cool. So I just wanted to show you guys that. And it has a case for it, and this fits in there. It was in there originally. But anyway, so you have a ruler, you have a screwdriver, you have a non-sharpened, almost sharpened edge over here. You have a non-sharpened, almost serrated here. This looks like some sort of scraper right here. You have a wrench here. This is your nail puller, and you got a can opener over here. Maybe can opener / bottle opener. And I like this item. We were talking about getting a Hori Hori in another box, and I like this item. This is a cool little item. I'm happy with that. I don't really have a lot of, I have just like one little folding trowel. I don't have a lot of stuff like that. So next up is the Belladeo pocket knife. And this one, I recently got a similar one that was purple in Gear Pack. And it's surprising when I tested it out. It is a lockback. You press right here, and this handle is kind of a rubbery material. And I say this is surprising because, well, I didn't test it on paper, but this one is actually surprisingly sharp. And it's a very not expensive knife. Slices right through that paracord. Even the pull through. This is, I mean, it's a sharp knife. I have to give it credit on that. I believe I researched this, and this knife was for like, it was under $10. I want to say it was like $7 or something on Amazon when I researched it the first time when it came in Gear Pack. I wasn't happy with it. I'm a little bit more happy with it this time around. It just seemed like it's a little sharper, but I don't know. It's a good little throwaway knife in that regard. I wouldn't worry about losing it like I would my Fox knife here that is a lockback as well. Anyway, all right, so next up we had the Etched Pack Saw. And that was this. And this is part of a system from Gerber. This came from Gerber. I still have it here. Cut it out of the package and everything. It actually came with the package. It doesn't really have any other tools to it, but it shows it attaching here. You can see it to multiple other tools. They all kind of interconnect. That's why it's a mod. But this is just a little pack saw. And if you can see, there's some wood in the teeth there because I did do some sawing with it. And I mean, it cuts. It's a short little saw. You put some pressure on it and it'll slice through some wood. Not overly long. It's very, very lightweight. I thought it was a decent saw. I don't know, again, I don't know the value on it. Let's take that. So there was that. Next we had the Lights All Rechargeable Bug Out Light. And that was this. It is a very lightweight little flashlight. We recently had a blackout. We were using lots of flashlights at the time and lanterns and whatnot. And it came with a little cord. It's your standard micro USB cord. Put this in here. Usually you have to charge these things. This did not come. No, I take that back. It did. It came with a package. It had 3 modes. I'll go into that. It had 3 modes. The brightest one was 120 lumens. Next up was 15 lumens and the 40 lumens strobe. And it's supposed to last for 2.5 hours at the 120 and 5.5 hours at the 15. So, and the strobe 3 hours it says. So there is that. And it has the recharging. You know, it's easy, but it's plastic. This isn't anything that's, you know, high dollar or anything. I have a bunch of expensive flashlights, so there's that. I have inexpensive and expensive. So, but it's a nice little, again, to me, these are items that you could put in a little cheap. I may even charge these up and put them in, well, I can't put the knife in. Miraculous Girls emergency kit for school went for when they get, if they have an earthquake and have to hunker down or something. All right, so next up we have the 20-in-1 multi-tool carabiner, and this is a carabiner. It has, and I'll just tell you all the things it has. It has a measuring ruler, a wire stripper, a bottle opener, a carabiner, box opener, medium flat screwdriver, large flat screwdriver, small flat screwdriver, razor sharp line cutting blade, which is hidden in there, medium Phillips screwdriver, bicycle spoke wrench, pry bar nail file, 10mm wrench, 12mm wrench, 14mm wrench, 1/4 inch wrench, and a 5/16 wrench. So these are your wrenches over here, and you got these 2 wrenches over here. You got the wire stripper over in here. You got a nail puller. You know, it's one of those little things. And this is kind of loose on here. I think we've gotten this, I almost want to say I've gotten it from Creek before, but anyway, so that's that item. Here's the file side of it over there. You know, it is what it is. Again, a little tool you could throw in, a little stash kit that you're not worried about losing or whatever. We have the Adventure Logbook. So this is the Adventure Logbook. Miraculous Girl will like this. It has spots for drawing, where you stay, travel time. We're going to be taking some trips here in a few weeks, and I'm going to have her journal some stuff in this here Adventure Logbook. I think it's pretty cool. I like that. I like the feel of this too. So that's pretty neat. We'll set that over there. I like that item. Let's see. So that's it for that. Like I said, your survival skill challenge. He has a video here on doing a quick release paracord wrap, and that's cool. And then a few other freebie items he has in here. He just started his Patch of the Month Club, so he included a patch. This isn't listed as an item or anything, but the Patch of the Month Club is $8 a month, and he sends you a new patch every month. It's only available for that 1 month. And so far, I like it. I got this one. I got the other patch right here on my Cachet Cat. He has a book out on Amazon, The Old Man and the Crow. You can order that if you're interested. I have to say, I read his book, Stuck, and I really enjoyed it. It was about a guy who went off-road and got stuck. Reminds me of the story about the guy that got lost in the Santa Clarita Woods here a couple weeks ago. He has a promo for his son River's new thing. He's about 10 or 11 years old, and his name is River, and he's doing some YouTube videos with him, so there's a card for that. Here's the thing about the Patch of the Month Club. So the plus item is called the Jungle Boss Brush Axe, which I went out and hacked through some wood in the previous couple of sticks. I actually cut my hand, not on this, but on the wood itself when I was holding it, because I didn't have gloves on. And so there was a little bit of blood. But I know, I watched Doc P's video, and you can see I scraped it up a little bit there on the end when I was testing it out. It's got a lot of weight to it. If you get a good swing, it's going to, it's got weight behind it, so it will chop things. It has a plastic handle. It wasn't overly comfortable to me. You can baton this. It's very thick here. And like I said, Doc P said something about it being a propeller blade. And I have to say, it actually does kind of, if it had a little twist to it, I'd believe that. You got some writing on here from Asia. And I don't know what it says, but they're the same here. And there's a lanyard hole on there. You might want to put a lanyard on it if you're going to go out swinging this. And it was really, it chopped through the branches I had out there fairly easily. And I don't have any branches in here to chop through. Here's my long piece of paracord. I don't think it'll cut paper. It might though. Yeah, so it cut paper. I mean, this is a big hacker. Now, one thing about it, you don't have any, it came wrapped with a piece of cardboard. You don't have any kind of sheath for this, so I don't know how you're going to want to carry that, throw it in a pack or whatever, because I don't have a sheath for it. I'm going to have to make one or figure out a way to carry it, because it just came with a piece of cardboard around it, like this. So you're going to have to come up with a way to carry that. So there's that. Cardboard and some rubber bands is all that was there. So there's that. I think that was kind of cool. Now, one thing I said in the other video, and I'm going to go ahead and say it again here, and I like Creek. I love his family, and it's a family operation. It's his family business. But one thing I do have to say is I kind of wish he would stay away from things like the inexpensive little knives. We all have Moras. We've gotten a couple of somewhat name brand knives from them. And most people that are doing survival stuff, I realize there's always new subscribers and maybe they don't have anything. But I would rather get another type of quality style item than get really, really, not so good stuff. This knife, I almost don't want to diss this knife because I like this one. I actually think this is better than the first same brand company, Boleto. I don't think the other one was quite as good as this one. I like this one. But I really wish he'd stay away from these little type of pocket knives and stuff. All the other boxes, there's a lot of other subscriptions out there that send you knives. Woodsman for Life already mentioned to you, man, you got so many knives. And I do. I would rather have saws, things like this, other than the pocket knives and stuff from Creek. That's just my thought on it. All right, guys. Well, tell me what you think. What do you think? I just, I do this for fun. I don't need any of this stuff. I like the little adventure book. It is what it is. All right, guys. Remember, hit like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and be nice to each other.